we just got this in, and my wife and I are going to be doing the unboxing and placement of the item. And you watching know what this is. My wife does not. Let's see how. That's something else. It's nothing else, right? The box came really beat up. Can you tell what this is?
For the packaging, no.
Okay. Nothing else in here.
So this is magnetic. So it's something that you put somewhere to make it magnetic or to attach to the to a magnetic, like a metal.
It's a rubber shelf.
Huh.
It is, just to measure it, from top to bottom, about 3.5 by left to right, about, let me see, almost 30 inches, 29 3/4 to be exact. And then the height in the back is about 1.5 inches, and the front about 1/2 inch. Cool. The side, same thing as you move from back to front. It's rubber. What do you think of the material?
It's rubber. I think it's
Thick, thin.
It's kind of thin back here, but this one seems to be like a more reinforced part.
So I think it's for non-slip as well. So I'm gonna, have you figured out where I'm planning to put this?
Oh, so no.
Okay, so these are the magnets that you would place when you confirm where you want to place it, and it's supposed to be magnetic, so that it keeps
So the
it
shelf
from
is held up
moving.
magnetically?
Yeah. See, not here, but here.
I would like
Well,
to
it's
see
kept
this in action.
actually kept in
It
place.
doesn't look like
There's 2,
it's heavy. It could be held up
3,
magnetically,
4.
and then it would hold it.
Well, the magnet's not gonna hold it.
Oh.
It's just gonna keep it in place.
Oh,
That's
okay.
it.
Okay.
So let me just show you. So my wife asked, what's gonna hold this up? What's gonna hold this up? It's the actual stove itself. It's going to go here. So the idea is to make a shelf on the top of the stove. We went off camera and we started discussing the fact that this overhangs too far in, we believe, to where we would be having pots. Let's say we're boiling water or cooking something. We already have issues with this metal getting brown because of the heat from pots, from cooking on the stove. And I have to say, I mean, maybe I just don't have the stove for it. Maybe the back of my stove needs to be higher. But this is not going to work for us. One of the biggest problems is that, I mean, it looks pretty nice. I love that you can actually place items back there, right? I mean, it's convenient to some extent. I don't know if you're going to want to, while cooking, reach over and get these products. But, you know, while you're not cooking, they probably would be good to have as an accessory. As you saw earlier, we have actually something we use to cover this, to use this when we're not cooking, to make additional counter space. But overall, this thing here, I really wanted it to work, but I don't think rubber is the product. I think you would need something like metal. And those were a lot more expensive on Amazon. They had them.
Yeah.
But the idea anyway to keeping, maybe our back of our stove is too low, because even with metal, now we're talking about maybe heating up
Yes.
the actual bottles and then breaking because of the amount of heat near the bottles. Not necessarily that the metal would get hot. Let's say it's a certain type of metal that doesn't get hot, but still you would have this coming up, boiling heat, We have no window in our kitchen, so that's another issue.
And you could burn yourself too, reaching over if it were metal
Yeah,
and touching
and
them.
and these bottles, if you have bottles or plastic, could actually start melting because it's so close to the heat. That's I haven't tried it. This is just our observation. The biggest problem for us, and not necessarily is for anybody else, is that this actual shelf, the magnets have to be in the middle. So this has to be centered. If it went back here, that might be an option. Something back here, like this. But this product itself, you have to. It does, I don't see anywhere else. What do you?
No.
Has to be placed in the middle because that's where the magnets are.
Yeah, and if it weren't any further back, then because it's rubber, it would not have the strength to hold
Oh,
it
the
up.
stability,
It's
like a
more
piece of
stable
wood or
here in
metal.
the middle because the bar kind of holds it up.
Yeah, and it keeps it non-slip. So this is just our. I can't say anything about the product. The product seems fine.
Perhaps
It
with
it just won't work for us and our situation. That's it. It may be different for your situation, but for our situation, I can't see it actually working.
yeah, that makes sense because a lot of stoves are made differently, and I think this was possibly a defect in ours because we did have a tempered glass. I don't know if you remember.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That exploded in the back of this. This stove is 23 years old, so it's lasted us a long time, but there were some things that were causing problems, which was the burner
design
was too
defect.
close to the back, and
Yeah.
it created too much heat back there.
Even when you use the oven, the exhaust was down here in the middle
Yeah.
here, so this produced a lot of heat.
For the convection part.
Yeah, so I completely forgot. You're right. That lasted about a year.
Yeah.
In about a year, we had a nice piece of glass over here. It was really nice, and it was easier to clean than the metal. When it would get stains from the heat or from grease or whatever, you just wiped it, and it was great. One day we were cooking, and boom, the whole thing exploded. So it just may be our oven, our stove that this is not working for. We're giving you an idea of our situation, so you can just go by what our situation is. Your situation may be different. This may work on other types of stoves with no issues. So this is more of a look at, or in our opinion, and our info that we're giving you as regular people, just trying to make more room in a small kitchen, and it's just not working for us. That's all. But you may have different results. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Yeah. See, I don't look at that. It's so close to that.
Yeah. The other thing is, I don't know, from my standpoint, I'm not a big fan of rubber near the oven because of the splatters. Some ingredients are harder to clean off rubber than others, but grease and like pasta sauces that could stain it or just be hard to take off. So
I just thought of this. If the glass broke and it was made for heat, high heat, this might even melt.
That may melt. Yeah.
And again, it may be just because of the design of our stove.
Stuff.
All right, I hope you like and subscribe. I hope the info is helpful. Thank you for watching.
Thank you. Have a good day.
If you have any questions, please feel free to post them below. Bye.
Bye.